So what we're looking at here is the front brake caliper on my 71 Honda CB500. Now the fork seals have been leaking, and that's gotten fork oil actually on the front rotor and pad. But that actually kind of comes in handy for the sake of illustration. Now, we were having the discussion as to whether the slave cylinder's piston retracts because of the packing drawing it back in when fluid pressure is released, whether brake disc runout pushes the piston back, or whether it's the compression of the pad material itself and its resilience that would cause the piston to retract once braking forces are removed. Well, what's interesting here is I can take the brake lever and move it, it moves maybe a ½ inch or so at the tip of the lever, and that draws the pad against the rotor. And in doing so, it pushes the fork oil out from between the pad and the rotor. If I release the lever, the fluid gets drawn back in. It disappears. Again, there's the fluid as I'm squeezing the lever, just lightly, and the fluid goes away as I release the lever. Now what this is telling me is that fluid moving in and out is due to a gap being eliminated or created as the brake pad moves in and out along with the piston. So what this is showing is that when you release the pressure at the lever, the piston is indeed moving back away from the rotor because of it being drawn back by the square cross-section packing there that's somewhat elastic. What this is showing is that this is not happening due to rotor runout because the rotor isn't moving. There's no runout on a static rotor here. And I think this also shows fairly sufficiently that the lever movement isn't because we're compressing the brake pad material itself, because if that was the case, we wouldn't be creating and eliminating this gap. That fluid, again, is moving in and out of the gap between the face of the pad and the rotor itself.